Hello everyone, I am Sandeep from GCS MDM Informatica. Welcome to the today's video. In this video, we are gonna see how to create business entity in MDM SaaS. We will start with introduction, followed by roles required to create business entity, understanding field type and creating field group including nested field group, then by configuring validation rules to ensure data integrity, setting up search layout and page to view records, post that adding created search layout and pages to business application, enabling fields for search and reports. We will be finishing the video with our quick demo. Let's get started. Business entity is an entity of importance to your organization and consists of fields that support your data needs. Business entity can be people, place, or things. For example, a company that manufactures cars might define business entity for customer, employee, supplier, factory, material, and products. You can use the predefined business entities that are available or create a new business entity in B360 UI. When you use the predefined data model, edit the business entity property and fields to match the needs of your organization. You can also customize the business entities by adding or removing fields and by editing other attributes. You can also create custom configuration around data quality, search, and servership. Removing fields in business entity can be done before saving. Once saved, you can only able to disable the field. Let's start by discussing the roles required for creating a business entity. To create business entity in MDM SaaS, you should have any one of the below roles assigned for your user, designer or MDM designer.
Let's understand the different field type available. You can add the following type of field to business entities. Basic field. Fields that allow the entry of a specific data type. Add basic field to limit the data types entered. These are some of the basic fields: text, integer, double, decimal, boolean, date and time, date, pick list. To provide a list of value for user to select from, you can add a pick list to a business entity. A pick list uses a list of values contained in a reference data asset. You can create the reference data set in R360 and link to a business entity field. Dependent pick list. When the list of value that users select from has a dependency on a value that users select in another list, use a dependent pick list. Field group, business entity record. Add business entity record field to relate records. The user search for business entity record and select a record to relate by using this field. You can add up to 15 business entity record field to a business entity. Smart field. These are context-aware fields that have predefined property such as validation and match rules. Add smart field to quickly define a business entity. There are 3 smart fields available: postal address, phone number, email address.
Now let's organize these fields into field group and nested field group. Use a field group to group multiple related fields and store multiple entries of field values. To create field group, select field group and add fields to field group. A field group within field group is called nested field group. To create nested field group, select field group and inside field group, select another field group and add fields to it. The maximum number of field group levels allowed is 6. In your business entity, in the Fields tab, you have Field Group. Double click on it. Inside Field Group, you can add fields based on your requirement. Inside Field Group, you can also have another field group, nested field group. Let's move on to configuring validation rules. You can associate data quality rules with the business entity fields to cleanse, standardize, or validate the field values. Data quality rules help improve the quality and consistency of data. You can associate data quality rules based on simple conditions or cloud data quality and DAS with business entity fields. Let's see how to create business entity in MDM SaaS. Click on New, Business Entity, Create. Provide the display name of the business entity. Select the location where you want to save the business entity. Configure the business ID format based on your requirement. Click on OK. To add the fields into business entity, double click on the fields, text field, integer field. Based on your requirement, add the fields into business entity and save the business entity. This is the sample business entity which I have created. Customer ID, first name, last name. For the full name field, have configured basic and advanced data quality tool. Basic tool to check the minimum length and advanced data quality tool to concatenate first name and last name. Pick list field for state and field group for contact details and primary address. Now let's see how to create search layouts. When a user performs a search operation on the Customer 360 UI, search results are displayed with certain attributes on the page layout. You can configure search result layout component for business entities and assign them to the user roles defined in your business application. To create a search result component, click New, Business Application, Component, Create. The component dialog box appears. Specify the following component field. Select search result layout. Provide the name of the search results layout component for customer entity. Provide description if needed. Also, select the business entity for which you are creating the component. Here I am creating for the customer entity. Location, project or folder within which you want to save the search results layout component. Here I am saving in my default folder. Click OK to create the component. This is the search result layout component which I have created for customer entity. Based on your requirement, you can select the field in title field. To select the fields in title field, you need to enable the field to be searchable in properties of the business entity field. Select the system field which you need. From the property under system field, you need to click the drop down and select the fields which you needed. Select basic and additional fields if required. When you want to enable the field to be appear in filter panel of search result page, select the facets. To select the fields in facets, you need to enable the field to be facetable in the properties of the business entity field. You can select all fields to be facetable, or you can select particular fields to be facetable. In the drop down, select the field, click on done. Let's see how to create pages for creating and viewing records. You can create custom pages and add the predefined components. The users can view the customized pages when they create or open a record in the application. To create page, click New, Business Application, Page, Create. Specify the following page properties. Select the business entity for which you are creating the page. Select one of the following page type. Create. To create records in a business application, view and edit. To view and edit records in your business application, here I am creating for view and edit. Select the location where you want to save the page. Click on OK. This is the page which I have created for customer entity. You can configure the layout of the page by adding tabs, panels, and sections. Here in the tab, I have already added the field source records, related records, relationship graph, hierarchy, history. If you want the new tab, you can click on the Add Page tab and add the components here. You can drag the components from Page Components. To add additional panel, click Add Panel Group. You can split each panel into sections of different sizes. In each panel, you can add components and select fields and field groups. Drag components and add fields which you need and field groups. Once you complete creating page, save the page and assign the page to your application. Now let's see how to add business entity to business application. Here I am adding my business entity to Customer 360 application. Open Customer 360. In Model, click on the add symbol. Select your new business entity. You can select the fields which need to be shown. Add the search layout for the business entity. Go to Search. Under Business Entity tab, select the new business entity which you have added. Click on the add symbol. Select the component which you have created and assign to the role which you need. Under Pages, select the business entity. Go to View and Edit. Click on Add Page symbol. Select the page which you have created. Assign to the roles. Save the Customer 360 business application. Let's explore how to enable specific fields to be searchable and reportable for better data accessibility. You can configure the search and reports properties for business entity fields. In Fields Properties section, you will be able to enable fields to be searchable, auto-suggest, facetable, and reportable. Searchable enables the field for search request. You can enable up to 30 fields as searchable in a business entity. Auto-suggest enables suggestions based on the field values for each search string. You can enable up to 5 fields for auto-suggestion in a business entity. Facetable enables the field to appear in the Filters panel of the search results page. Users can narrow down the search results using the field values. You can enable up to 25 fields as facetable in a business entity. Reportable enable the field to appear as dimensions and measures when user create reports. You can enable up to 30 fields as reportable in a business entity. We have added the business entity to Customer 360 application. Let's open Customer 360 application and see how to create record. Open Customer 360. Click New, Record. Select the business entity for which you need to create record. Customer entity, create. Now let's save the details. The record has been created successfully. Fields, Source Record tab, System field. We can able to see the business ID, source key, and general information of the field and contact details. Relationship graph, hierarchy. In the history tab, you can able to see the created details and what are the field value which you have given. This is the view edit page which we have configured. We have configured field, source record, related record, relationship graph, hierarchy, history, and then extra tab. We could able to see all the tabs in the Customer 360. Now let's see how to search a record. Based on the search result layer component created, we could able to see title field as a full name and source primary key, first name and last name. And in the facets, we could able to see first name and last name. First name, last name, title field full name, system field source primary key, and basic field first name and last name.
We would love to hear from you. Provide your feedback to supportvideos@informatica.com. Thank you.